Hello everyone, welcome to Disney Channel, the podcast where we share amazing stories about the natural world. I'm Adelaida.
And I am Fernando.
I am Axel, and today we're gonna talk about a fascinating reptiles, the green iguanas.
Green iguanas are one of the most common reptiles in the Americas. Perhaps they look calm. They are more intelligent than people think. They can remember places and even show emotions through body language.
A few months ago, we visited Playa del Carmen. It was one of the most beautiful places we have ever seen, full of green trees, birds, and colorful flowers. While we were walking, I suddenly saw something move on a branch. At first, I thought it was any reptile, but then I realized it was a really big green iguana. It was bigger than any lizard I had seen before. Their skin shone under the sunlight, and it looked so peaceful.
The guide told us that iguanas are excellent swimmers and can stay underwater for almost 30 minutes. I cannot believe it. We have already learned about reptiles in school, but seeing one so close was something totally new. I have just taken a photo of it when it jumped into the river. It was faster than I expected. We haven't stopped talking about that. It was unforgettable.
That experience was so unforgettable. And let's continue with some interesting facts the guide told us. Iguanas can regenerate their tails. Plus, they are iguanas of different colors. For example, blue, black, yellow, orange, brown, and of course, green iguanas.
And the most impressive thing, the thyroid of iguanas. It's called the parietal eye and is located on the top of his head. It is a simple photosensitive organ that doesn't see image, but instead detects light, shadow, and movement, helping them anticipate aerial predators and regulate their body temperature and hormones.
Their sharp claws are perfect for climbing trees and quickly escaping from danger. Iguanas are more colorful than people usually think. Some even turn bright orange during mating season.
Now, we are going to read and answer the questions that were asked of us in the previous video. What the green iguana is like? The green iguana is one of the largest reptiles. It can reach up to the 2 meters in length, depending on the humidity of the place where they live. It can weigh between 4 and 8 kilograms. It has a strong body and its limbs are quite long and robust, ideal for climbing, since they are animals that live in trees. Additionally, it has a long tail, much longer than its own body, which it uses like a whip for defense. The most characteristic feature of the green iguana is its tail lap. This is located right on its throat. It can be extended to warm its body when it is sunbathing. In addition to this, it also has a crest along to the top of its body. This is made up of spines, which it uses for defense against predators, but also to warm or cool its body.
What is the behavior of an iguana like? Well, the green iguana is one of the calmest animals, which is why many people choose it as a pet. Some may think they are boring animals because they spend most of their time sunbathing or eating, but the truth is they don't do much else. If you have one from a young age, it can socialize and can go outside without being a danger, as when it feels threatened. It usually stays still and rarely attacks. However, it doesn't get along well with several animals in the same terrarium due to its territorial natural, unless they have grown up together.
Where it lives. The green iguana is native to the American continent, more specifically to Central America and Latin America. The largest number of reptiles of this species is usually found in areas such as Mexico, Brazil, or cities like Texas and Florida. They usually live in places where a high temperature is guaranteed, so they seek tropical areas or places where they can get sunlight. Additionally, they live in trees on are rarely seen on the ground, except to lay eggs or if it rains heavily. They also look for areas where there is water nearby.
What is its breeding season like? The breeding season of the green iguana occurs in the autumn. During this time, it is the female who chooses the mate. Usually, those with the most vivid and bright colors, although there are other ways to attract the female's attention, aside from colors such as head or full body movements. During mating, the male exhibits aggressive behavior, sometimes even beating or harming the female. However, once mating is over, he returns to his normal temperament. The gestation period of the green iguana is 2 months. After this period, the female usually looks for a warm place to lay an average of 12 to 30 eggs. The offspring hatch shortly afterwards, measuring between 17 and 25 centimeters long, but the parents don't take care of them, so they must fend for themselves.
What is the diet of a green iguana like? It is a herbivorous animal, so it eats herbs, vegetables, fruits, and grains. In their natural habitat, they eat plant shoots, plants, and yes, also some insects. But this is not too sure when they are in captivity, as it could upset them. A green iguana should eat vegetables such as Chinese cabbage, mushrooms, endive, green beans, peas, cauliflower, lettuce, and fruits like apples, mangoes, grapes, kiwis, strawberries, figs, and herbs such as dandelions, clovers, lamb's lettuce, etc. Occasionally, to complement their diet, you could give a bit of special iguana feed. Additionally, it is recommended to provide supplements, vitamins, or extra calcium, especially if the green iguana is still young. This helps them get all the necessary vitamins and calcium they need. Of course, water is also essential as these animals usually drink often and require it.
Are there diseases that affect iguanas? Yes, there are several diseases that can affect the green iguana. One of the most common is bone demineralization, caused by a lack of calcium and vitamin D3. This can be addressed with calcium and vitamin supplements, as well as the use of ultraviolet lamps that help them absorb the calcium, thereby strengthening the bones and eliminating the problem. Another issue that the iguana may face is the presence of parasites, usually due to poor hygiene and/or inadequate diets. Vitamin deficiency, burns, and infections and tears or wounds are other diseases that need to be taken into account. In general, all of these can be quickly detected if the iguana is observed daily.
Can iguanas jump? Of course, in the wild, green iguanas can jump from heights of up to 15 meters from trees into the water to escape predators.
Wow, I didn't know that iguanas could jump 15 meters. That's really high. Can we have iguanas as pets? Of course, my friend Adelaida has one. But they're amazing pets. They require special care and dedication. It is important to research and understand their needs before deciding to have one.
Keeping a pet iguana. Pet iguanas aren't easy animals to care for, despite their friendly dragon-like appearance. During their youth, iguanas can grow up to be about 1.5 meters long and weight over 50 pounds. Plus, they are challenging pets to keep, especially if you are an experienced reptile keeper. Most people buy a pet iguana when it's young, without knowing that it will grow to be a massive animal that requires as much care as a dog. Usually, this results in captive iguanas dying at an early age due to the lack of proper care or aggressive adults that are potentially dangerous to keep. Iguanas are also considered invasive in many streets, which adds another layer of difficulty to getting a pet iguana.
As Fernando says, iguanas need a lot of care, more than a dog. Did you know that iguanas are complex animals? For example, their personalities are no exception to this. Different iguanas can have vastly different personalities, which may temporarily change depending on the season, captivity conditions, and hormonal fluctuations. It's also important to remember that iguanas may be friendly during their youth, but they can change drastically once they grow up. Besides, iguanas don't usually get along with other iguanas. Keeping two of them can lead to constant fighting and stress on the animals. And finally, Alex has to tell you something very important.
And finally, green iguanas are calm, beautiful, and essential to their ecosystems. They eat plants and flowers, helping the forest grow stronger. So next time you see one, remember it's just another red pile. It's just one of the most amazing survivors of nature.
Thanks for listening to Disney Channel. We will return with more information about more animals. Leave in the comments what you thought about the iguanas and which animal you want in the next episode.
Bye bye.